Dear learners, welcome back to another video on research methodology. I am Listener Juice. In the previous videos, we have discussed about what is research, why do we need research, what are the different steps involved in a research, etc. In this video, I am gonna talk about the types of research. You can see these are the different types of research. Hey, don't get panicked by seeing this list. We will go through each type of research very quickly. Now, look at this image. It shows some inventions that has changed the entire world. And now, see this. Newton's 3 laws. What is the speciality of these two images or what it communicates to us? Yes, this is something that is concerned with new knowledge or theories or inventions. Yes, here comes the first type of research, that is fundamental research. It is also known as pure research or basic research. Okay, now I will ask you one question. For what purpose this type of research is conducted? From the image itself, you will get the answer. It is concerned with the formulation of theories or gathering knowledge for the sake of knowledge only. The outcome of such kind of research may or may not have the practical importance. Now we move on to the second type of research, that is applied research. I will explain this research with the help of an example. Suppose you are going to introduce a new product into the market. Before that, what you will do? You will definitely go for a market research. Am I right? Yes. Then we will check the findings of those research, and based on that we will introduce our new product into a market. This is what an applied research. That means it is concerned with solving a specific problem or immediate problem that is facing by a society or an organization. It is also called as need-based research. Now we can see a third type of research, that is descriptive research. This type of research is undertaken for fact finding. It describes the present state of affairs. For example, if I want to conduct a research work on Nisarga, a cyclone that hit India recently. Okay, so here the researcher has no control over the variable because it is already happened. So the researcher can't manipulate anything on that. And the only thing the researcher can do is he can report only what has happened or what is happening as a result of this Nisarga. This is what the descriptive research. It is also known as ex post facto research. Now we move on to the fourth type of research, that is analytical research. So this type of research is based on the data or information that is already available in the hands of researcher, and that is being analyzed, and from that we draw conclusions. This is what our analytical research. Now we will see what is quantitative research. So simply quantitative research means the phenomenon that can be measured in terms of quantity, that is called as quantitative research. So this type of research is actually subject to statistical analysis, and the objective of this quantitative research is to develop and employ some kind of mathematical models, theories, or hypotheses pertaining to a natural phenomenon. This is all about quantitative research. Now we move on to another type of research, that is qualitative research. Here, this type of research is concerned with the qualitative phenomenon. In the case of quantitative research, what we measured, the phenomenon that can be measured in terms of quantity. But in the case of qualitative research, we measure those phenomena that can be measured only in terms of qualitative basis. It involves a study of human behavior, and it tries to measure the attitude, opinion or belief of people through some tools like interview and observation. A simple example I will give you. For example, the age of a person or a respondent or the number of years of experience, all these things we can measure, or it can be expressed in terms of quantity, like 15 years or 3 years of experience. So all these things can be measured or can be expressed in terms of quantity. But for example, if we say about the attitude, the perception, the belief, so can we express this kind of things in terms of quantity? Like for example, like 3 attitude, 4 perception, 5 belief, can we express like that? No. So this type of things can be expressed, or this can be measured with the, or it can be analyzed with the help of qualitative research. Now we move on to the next type of research, that is empirical research. We will see what it is. It is also called as experimental research. So empirical research relies on experiment or observation, and it is a data-based research, we can say, and it come up with conclusion that is capable of being verified by observation or through experiment. And it consists of 5 phases or 5 stages. That is, first one is observation, then after that induction, that means we are moving from particular to general. Then third phase is deduction, that means from general to particular we are moving. Then we will go for testing, and finally evaluation. Then we will see what is conceptual research. I think from the term itself it is clear, it's something that is related with concept. So this kind of research is mainly undertaken by philosophers to develop new concept or reinterpret the existing concept. This is all about conceptual research. Now we move on to the longitudinal research. So here the problem is studied over a consecutive period of time, or we could say like repeated observation of same variable over a long period of time. I will say one example. For example, suppose you want to study about the impact of advertisement on the purchase of a particular product, and in order to study that we will take, for example, 10 years, 10 consecutive years we will take for study. This is what longitudinal research. And in connection with longitudinal research, there is another type of research that is called cross-sectional research, and here we study a particular time. On a particular time we study the different aspect of a topic. This is what cross-sectional research. Now we move on to the simulation research. You might be heard about this term. So here we create an artificial environment which is exactly similar or exactly looks like the real environment. And for what purpose it is being created? For studying some kind of phenomenon or to draw some kind of conclusion. So you may not note that the exact situation, not the exact situation, but it looks like the exact or the real environment, but actually we created only an artificial environment to study about certain phenomena in order to draw certain conclusions. Now we move on to the next type of research, that is historical research. From the word itself it is clear, or you can understand that it is something connected with, or we study something about the past or things that has happened sometimes back. So historical research looks at historical events of the past, economic, social and cultural movements. For what purpose it is being studied? Yes, to draw conclusions from the past in order to understand the present as well as to anticipate or to forecast the future. Now we move on to the next type of research, that is diagnostic research. It is also called as clinical research. So the objective behind this kind of research or diagnostic research is to identify or to find out the cause of a problem. For what we study the cause of a problem, only then we can come up with possible solutions. So this is like diagnostic research, and this is somewhat like a fact finding investigation or a research. Now we move on to the another type of research, that is action research. So once this research is completed, the result will be some kind of action that is going to implement immediately. That is something that we can infer from the word itself. Now we will see what is action research. So this type of research is led by a team, and the main people in that team is called actors, and it is done with an intention of solving an existing or an immediate problem, and it includes 4 steps, that is plan, then act, then observe and finally reflect. Then we move on to the next type of research, that is evaluation research. So this type of research is concerned with evaluation of project which has already been implemented. For example, like performance evaluation or job evaluation. So all these things are being evaluated based on a standard or presetted what we will say like standards. Presetted standards are there. Then we will compare that with the actual performance, and will identify if there is any deviation or if require any kind of changes, like that. So this is what evaluation research. The next one is one-time research. That means it is confined to a single period of time. And finally we move on to our last type of research, that is library research. So library research is based on the data that is available in the library, and that means we use the secondary type of data in order to draw conclusions. And secondary type of data includes like library records or documents or monograph or report, diaries, then books, journals, magazines or internet database, so on. So these are some kind of secondary data that will be available in library research, and based on that secondary data we conduct this library research. So this is all about the types of research. So stay tuned for the next video. Till then, take care. Thank you. Keep learning.